Back in 2018, I had an idea. And was how can we make the concept of making yourself a refill closer to you without you going out of your home, out of your party, out of your activities? How can we make that possible? And not only on business hours, but actually at night. So that's how El Refil Guate was burned. So we were burned with a single mission is to make yourself a refill easy and close to you. So we were burned before the pandemic, and this is the interesting part. We were the first company that we were offering logistics on how to make how to make yourself a refill, right? That was our whole idea. We were selling you liquor, we were selling you snacks, we were selling this, we were selling that. But we had all the logistics behind it, right? You call the office, you make your request, you can actually schedule a request, and then we get it to you. With that, we were able to learn how to work with providers, vendors. We were doing sales like end-to-end B2C, and also we were doing wholesale as well, B2B, right? We also involve ourselves some marketing. So we were doing our own marketing strategy. We were doing online sales. We were doing online ads. We were doing funnels. We were doing a lot of different stuff, partnership with different brands. Actually, a lot of different brands outside of Guatemala contact us because they want us to be, us to be the providers from Guatemala for their wines, their liquor, all of this stuff. We actually start bringing liquor to Guatemala that was not in other companies. And it was a whole thing. We were very successful at it, right? But let me tell you the three things that we learned. One is that you have to have a strategy in order to grow, that consistently growing, right? And understand your financials. Second is the experience of your customer matters the most, right? So it was from the get-go, from the experience of them knowing you online, what are you providing them online for them to actually understand your business? What is the value that is behind your brand? Like, are you actually just selling things, or actually just are you showing them how to use the things that you're selling? Like, those are two different concepts. And the third one is vendor relationship, right? So when you are in the distribution business or wholesale business, then everything is about vendor management, logistics, and everything. So the experience overall, it was great, and we made it so much fun to the people that a lot of people were always coming back. And that's how you make your business, right? Recurring revenue. So I just wanted to let you know that if that made me understand a lot of different parts of the business and it made me an expert in different areas, right? So, and I was thinking this weekend, if we were with all the AI tools that we were today, back then, man, things will be so different, right? So this weekend, I just experienced connecting Claude, right, with Meta ads, and I made 15 ads in 30 minutes. So I connected with Claude, and then with Canva and Hicksfield, and then we just a couple prompts. We were already creating the campaign, the ads, the criteria, the places. There are a couple of things that Claude cannot do today, but it's just there, right? And one of the things that I saw that were so much value is, hey, Claude, can you make this ad, like the copy, the title, the image creation, a standard? I don't want my ad to be flagged or to be, rejected. Please make sure that I am within the guidelines. That alone is so much value to the market that I think that people doesn't realize how often ads are being rejected because people think that, getting an ad with a lot of different things inside is going to make, impact to the customer, but they don't know had that image, had that copy, how that title is connected actually to the laws and the privacy and the connections and everything that is behind Meta in order to your ad to be approved. That is so much value. So I'm just thinking so on the weekend I made an LMS, and also a landing page in 30 minutes. It was crazy. Also, I have a new way to make a business just using Google Workspace with a $12 license, a landing page, a chat, an application, right? Using a Smartsheet. So you can have a whole system by $12 a month. How crazy is that? With actually landing pages that are going to convert, ads that are going to be successful. Now you can say, okay, I'm going to have a budget of $100. I'm going to pay for Cloud. I'm going to pay for my workspace. I'm going to pay for Hicksville. I'm going to pay for Canva. That's $100 a month. That's how much you're going to spend to scale your business. That's crazy. And everything else is going to be ad spend. It's going to be your budget. You're going to be able to make your budget so much worth than before. That's crazy. So, if you're not working with that today, please start doing it. If you are an online business without using AI, what are you waiting for? If you are, a big company without using AI, please start getting yourself into it. Start getting yourself in the middle and start seeing what you can do today. It's not only applicable for software. It's not only applicable to creating apps. It's applicable for everything. Financials, like the financial team. What are you guys doing if you're not applying AI today? The marketing team, guys. You can have your own marketing team automated 24/7, and then you go day to day analyze. Instead of having those hours pulling data and trying to make sense of the KPIs, you have a specialist that can give you day to day, like, hey, we are up to date with all the different things. Or if something changes tomorrow, you can be, within the standards in a couple minutes, instead of waiting, instead of wasting budget, instead of doing this, instead of doing that. So please get yourself in the middle of the race and start applying AI to your business. Always remember, governance. Make sure you have good governance. But please do not consider that if you don't have it, you cannot do it. There's so many things that you can do today. You just need to know how to do it or have an idea and then ask. And then you're going to be successful. So, if you have any comments, you've had any things, I just share you my experience, my thoughts compared what back then to now. So what do you think? What are your questions? What are your comments? See you in the comment area. Bye-bye. Xavier out.